Hello, cupcakes. How are we doing today? It's a beautiful sunny day in the Midwest, and I am feeling good. I hope you are all feeling good too. Hey, Ghost Cam. I did just get your DM. Thank you very much. That position did get filled. I wasn't doing the hiring. It was for a project that I'm working with, and they reviewed the applications the other day and hired someone. But you never know. If it doesn't work out, we might need another person. Either way, thank you so much for submitting your application. All the applications I got were so great. Greetings from Miami this week. Hey, Tex, what are you doing in Miami? Soaking up the sun? That sounds very nice. Very, very nice. How's everybody doing in the chat? Let me know today. I think the vibes have been pretty good this week. That's been my feeling. Even the bad things that are happening, it just feels like kind of, I don't know, positive this week. So, I just realized that I need to update our sub goal. So I'm gonna update that real quick. I forget what the site I go to is. Stream Elements? That must be it, right? Or no? Stream Labs? Maybe that's the right one. When we get to 65 subscribers, we did a poll on Discord, and we had three options. We had a 8-hour marathon fundraiser for the charity I'm making. We had a high effort Twitch /gamer honey, or we had a free honey drawing class stream. Those were the ideas that we came up with, and the one that won is the Twitch gamer honey, which I can't say I blame you guys. I want to draw a Twitch gamer honey, and I also want to give you guys a Twitch gamer honey, so it makes sense. I think it was Stream Elements, actually, now that I'm in the dashboard. Hi, Mom. You're in a hot tub. Ooh, what are you doing in a hot tub? I'm gonna be in a hot tub on Monday. Dubio and I have booked a mini-cation. We were supposed to, we don't go places very often because we have a dog and we don't know anyone around here to watch the dog while we're gone, and I don't like to fly with the dog, so we don't really go on vacations, but we do sometimes just take small road trips. And so we're going to be going to Missouri, and we're going to go stay in the Ozarks, which I think should be really fun. Okay, we're almost there. So today what we're going to do is settings 65. Okay, 15 more subs, and then we'll do our Gamer Honey stream. Awesome. So, yeah, what we're doing today's stream is we're starting to draw the honey seasons for this month, and the winner for this month was 30s Cartoons. Everyone was so excited. Everybody really wanted this one last month, but it didn't win, and so this is the redemption. You're having a Caesar with my bro? Nice. What kind of, did you get a hot tub? Or are you in is it like that blow-up hot tub? Secluded cabin in the Ozarks sounds like a horror movie. I know, that's why I love it. I'm a big horror movie fan. As you guys can see, I've been just messing around with so many files for the Honey updates. I sent those all off to the developer, so the developer's working on them, and so that should be coming really, really soon. That's exciting. Here's a little sketch I did the other night just for fun of Madame Bunny Queen. And then, yeah. Some of you actually might be wondering about this, but there was a lot of contention about the updated Ghost Kitty, so we decided not to change it so much, because a lot of people were sad. So we did a new design. I think this is the right one. It's either this one or it's very similar to this. It's very close to the last one. I just made it look less like he's humping their heads, like in this one. So I don't know. Hopefully people will be happy about that, because that was a change just too large for some to bear, it seems, which is understandable. We all get very attached to our NFTs. All right, where's the Honey Seasons canvas? Miami has the Art Deco vibe from the 30s. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna, oh, Rat put out an event alert. Awesome. Awesome. Here it is. And here's all the new rule icons I was making. How do I share a picture in here? I think you would have to go to Discord and share it, Mom. Because you can't really share links in stream chat. So I was running a bit late today, and I have some news to share with you all. Another contentious piece of news. So I went to the phone store today, and I am officially now an iPhone user for the first time in probably a decade. I got an iPhone instead of a Android phone. I've been using Android phones a lot. My mom's booing. A lot of people gave me a lot of feedback on the iPhone. I wasn't sure about switching, so there's a couple of things that I did before I made the decision. I took a Twitter poll, and the iPhone users overwhelmingly won the Twitter poll. Then I talked to everyone. Then I talked to everyone in Discord chat about it, and Cardboard Boxer made a very, very strong sales pitch for the Apple phone, which was very convincing. But here is what really set me over the edge. So I have started recently lane swimming as a form of exercise. I love swimming, and we found a 24-hour gym near us that has a pool that you can use 24 hours. And where I'm from originally, that's unheard of. They don't have 24-hour pools because there's no lifeguards on duty, and so it's not you're not allowed to do that. And here you can do that. So they have the pool, and there's no lifeguard on duty, but I can go swim at any time. And I've been really, really enjoying it. But what I really wanted was to have music in the pool. So I started looking for underwater headphones. And most of them are MP3 players. You put the songs on the device because apparently Bluetooth doesn't work very well with swimming, just because your phone has to be so far away and you're underwater, so the signal gets chopped up and it disconnects a lot. So I was reading how to solve this, because I have Spotify and I love using Spotify, and I did not want to give up using Spotify, and Spotify doesn't let you download your songs to an MP3 player. So I read about this hack. And this hack, somebody posted on Reddit. They said if you have an Apple Watch now natively lets you play Spotify from the Apple Watch. And you can connect your Bluetooth headphones to the Apple Watch and play Spotify from there. So while you're swimming, because the Apple Watch is fully waterproof as well, you can just play it from your watch. And I was like, whoa, that is such a cool way to do that. And so then I was like, well, I have to get an Apple Watch, but I don't have an Apple phone. So so that was the deciding factor. All right. So anyways, that's how that ended up, in case any of you were overly invested in if Stacy's was going to get an iPhone or an Android phone for her next phone. Today, or this month, shall I say, we are doing, I'm just pulling it up right now, window capture. Where are you? I'll just add a new one. That's so weird. Ooh. Oh, thanks for the follow, Antsy. I'm just so antsy too. That's understandable. Window capture, where are you? Yeah, this month we're doing 30s cartoons for our Hunnys seasons. So, I'm really excited about this. I'll just shrink this a little bit. And let's take a look at our, trying to get this centered properly. Let's take a look at our reference we collected. So 30s cartoons are such a great aesthetic. You resemble that remark. I know, Spotify is so good. I resisted using it for a long time too. Okay, so these are the 30s cartoons. I was just collecting my own reference. That's why I'm posting these. They are so cool. They're so aesthetic. They got the spaghetti arms and these really cute faces. I really liked this one that I found that was kind of a mixture of the two styles. It's more modern, but it has some 30s cartoon elements, and I thought that was really cool. I really like this one as well, the ones that have a little bit of Disney kind of almost feeling, like early Disney feeling to them. This was another one I think is a more modern drawing. At least it looks like it. But it has those influences. And then we have the classic, like Betty Boop, of course. And you guys posted some really great reference too. I loved this one. So, yeah. And we also, if we take a look at this thread, we can see somebody, here it is, Jen posted it. So I drew this one that was like a 30s cartoon honey a while back for a collab that didn't end up going anywhere. The project kind of stopped existing, so that's why we didn't use the collab. But yeah, I like it. So I think today I want to revamp the base a little bit to figure out how we're gonna make the honey 30s, because I think it will take a little bit of base editing instead of just this normal base that we use. And then we'll draw our first one. I don't know if I should have like a theme across them all. Like this girl's kind of in the forest and she's like kind of sassy, giving her middle finger or whatever. I really like this one. It's like swamp lagoon creature. These are kind of like, they almost look like superheroes. I don't think they are, but that's kind of what they look like. Hey Salty, I'm glad to see you. How are you doing? Sorry, I got a message from the developer. That's why I was quiet for a second, because I asked them some questions about how the shop's going to work, and I really wanted to know the answer, because, like, depending on what they answered, the outcome was either going to be, like, way better or way worse. And so I was really hoping it was going to be way better, and it was the way better option. So, so I was just reading that response, and I was happy to read it. Hey, Blush Rabbit. Oh, Ghost Cam sent you. What good friends. I totally found that I think I'm honestly, guys, just gonna start drawing and like we'll just see what happens. We won't overthink it because that's when the magic occurs. I love all the people from Banano that joined our community because they're their own little family and they're like all friends, and then they come over. I think Ghost Cam was from Banano as well, right? And you, Blush Rabbit? I can't remember, or if you two were from somewhere else. Okay. I want to duplicate this tab, actually. And then keep this one up. You can see Danny mourning the death of the hubby for this month. Some people really wanted those hubbies. I want one too. I would just want an excuse to draw another McCree NFT, really. But that's okay. We'll have to just do that in our downtime. Okay. 30s hubbies cartoons, but make it Ghibli. That's like, that was like the other month when I wanted to do Sailor Moon, but the Badass Heroines got picked. And John was like, well, just do a loophole. Just do a loophole and do a Sailor Moon one because she is a badass heroine. And I was like, oh my god, it's genius. So the thing about these 30s faces is that they're much rounder. This is pretty unprecedented because we don't generally change the base for the Honey seasons. That is pretty different. But here we are doing it. I think it might also be fun to give them a little bit different hand movements. I like how this original one is throwing up the middle finger. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something really cool too. Okay, I'll do this redemption and then I'll tell you the cool thing. No, I'll tell you the cool thing and then I'll do the redemption because it's very hoop worthy. Okay, so Binkies. If you guys don't know Binkies was a CC0 project that that minted for free a couple days ago, and I'll show them to you. So I made friends with the founders pretty early on when they were just starting to advertise their project, and they wanted to collab with us and give us some mintless spots, which they did, and then they ended up deciding that the project would be free. Actually, it would be a free mint, and so they minted out all 10,000, but they were really, really nice, and they gave me a bunch of binkies for just helping them out and just being nice to them, because I think they had some people not be that nice to them, so I think they extra appreciated the support more than normal. But yeah, they gave me a bunch of binkies, so I want to give some away because I know there's a bunch of people in our community who really wanted a binky and they didn't get to mint one. So yeah, I'll give one away. I'll give the first one away at the end of this stream. I'll just pick from the viewer list before we log off for the night, and then we'll spin the wheel for a binky. So that should be really, really fun. They're so cute. They're cool cats, but they're bunnies, and I don't know about you, Chad, but I like bunnies more than I like cats. But I know we have a lot of big cat people, so maybe that's a little bit too crazy of a statement. So anyways, if you're excited about the binky giveaway, say it with me in chat. We're gonna 3, 2, 1, hoop. Yay. I actually said today that I was gonna go hang out in the Queen's Court chat for a bit, if anybody wanted to hang out. So I'll go do that. If anybody wants to come hang out and just chat while I'm drawing on stream, I'll be in the Queen's Court chat in the Discord. And if not, if you just want to listen, no worries. But sometimes it gets lonely streaming. I run out of things to talk about. Is this the right choice for the eye shape? I think so. What are some other options we could use? This is very similar, but this is just a rounded eye. So it would be more like that. But I think that's a little too creepy for a human. These are the same, but they're very elongated. I don't like that style of eye. This is a cute style of eye, but I don't think this is reminiscent enough of the 30s cartoon. Her eyes are closed, so it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, these are more circular as well. One of my favorite artists who draws in this style is called Svetlana. I forget how to...
Oh my gosh, I love you.
I forget what her handle is. I'm trying to remember. Oops. Svetlana. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Shabina is how she goes by, her pseudonym. These are beautiful. Would you say these are 50s style cartoons though? I think this is a little bit later. Stylistically, I think this is a little bit later. Hey, Honey Ghost.
Hi, Stacy.
How are you?
I'm fine. I just thought if you're saying you're lonely, you might like a bit of company. I think they're later than 30s too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what era this is. I'm thinking maybe like closer to the 50s, but I don't know that well. You'd think after going to art school for so long, I would know better, but here we are. How's your day going?
Well, my day was fine. It was a very busy day. It's always like the 10th is in my job, like 2 days packed in one. But it went good, actually. I just waited until your stream started. So I could watch you.
That's awesome. What do you do for work? If you want to share, or if you don't, you can just tell me to like shut up. That's fine too.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm a tax advisor, actually.
A tax advisor. That's really interesting. My mom is very much like a numbers person, and I'm very much not a numbers person. So we we have both of that in our family. But do you like enjoy that kind of thing?
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty much advising big companies for like property or social media. I have a new client who's a very known photographer. He's a bit strange, but he's very known. And so you get to meet all kinds of cool people, actually. This is really fun. You always hear something new or see something you never saw before. That's cool.
Really? That's interesting. I wouldn't like assume that about that type of profession.
I'm not doing like people's tax so much. I'm more doing companies' taxes, and this is quite interesting depending on who you work for.
So, have you had a lot of people coming to you about crypto related taxes? I know that's been like a really hard thing in your profession in the last couple years.
It is. It is. It changed a lot, and um, finally, our government made a decision how to handle it, to not treat everyone differently, or to have like creative stuff. If you're staking and you're being rewarded with different coins, like, I don't know, you're staking, maybe you have staked Ether and get back, I think now it's Beth, but it shall be called Serenity if I remember right. If you are having this, you pretty much have to own it for like at least 1 year. And they had a period of time where they thought it would be a good idea to widen this to 10 years. And I don't know anyone who's holding on to stuff like that for 10 years, who's staking for 10 years.
Yeah, that is not very common. I would be pretty unhappy if I if I had to hold all my staking coins for 10 years. Cuz well, when you swap them to other coins, it has some implications usually too, so it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and it's hell to follow that shit up after a year. It's pretty much impossible to get everything right. So they changed it to, if you have it more than a year, it's tax-free.
Wow, that's really good. That's a lot better.
Yeah, it is. If you're wanting to swap like short term, it's no problem because there's always like a bit of tricks to make the gain a bit smaller in the end. But it's really pretty easy if you're like into projects as Ether 2 or the long-term ADA thingies. Then you don't have a problem holding them for 1 year, and whatever comes out is tax-free. And that's pretty cool. If you're selling for like 100 times the amount, you can keep it.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And I agree with you, Blush Rabbit. A year is not too bad. Like, I think most things, if I'm going to bother staking it, it's probably going to be for a while. I stake some coin on Celsius, and they've recently been dealing with regulatory hurdles. Like, so I used to be able to put money in there whenever I want, and I could just earn like 6% or 8% depending on the coin. And they're relatively trustworthy in my opinion, so I felt good about that. But now they can't even you cannot add money if you're not an accredited investor, which means that you have to be regularly making over $200,000 a year, which is not most people, right? So,
yeah,
it's a struggle to deal with these changes constantly as a business is trying to grow.
Yeah, it's true. I bet that, and I think there's some kind of need for persons who can give advice on that and find like the right structure to be able to shift if you want to shift and if you need to shift, and not being like bound to one exchange just because of having it there, and struggling with some kind of insane fees or changed permissions which don't allow you to withdraw anymore. We have had stories like that in the community, like raising the withdrawal amount to an incredibly high, absolute, unrealistic amount. So everything was stuck, and they didn't get it out before everything was liquidated. And this is extremely frustrating.
Yeah, I've heard some really bad stories of just people losing a lot of money because they were trying to like do the same thing with staking, especially the more fringe tokens, and then right away you're getting those crazy return rates like 16,000% or something, but then the fees get raised quickly so high and you just can't get your money out without paying a lot, and it's like just the worst situation.
Yeah, basically your money is lost then. You can't get it out, you can't do anything with it. It's just lost. It's laying there for nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Happened to me too. 2 times actually. I don't mind it. It was not that much, but it's always like, ah, damn.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had any really bad situations. I think the worst thing I ever did was when I was trading my SOS. I don't know if you remember when that came out, but just it wasn't even really that bad. It's just the gas fees ended up being so much that I didn't really. I think I ended up losing like $50 or something on the transaction when really I should have been making money. But I feel pretty lucky that that's the worst that's happened to me.
I bet that. I actually did not. I can't complain about losing too much because I always was a bit cautious, and I tend to watch it very closely because I'm paranoid. And so I really like that slim waist. It's really cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to think like how to adapt this. I think the hands are going to be fun actually cuz all these characters have such fun hand gestures.
That's true.
This guy the guy that does this piece actually, he does NFTs and he's really popular. Obviously cuz they're so great.
It's awesome.
So do a lot of your I've been really curious about this. Do a lot of your staff like other tax people that that aren't into crypto, do they have challenges kind of learning about how to handle these things, or do they all pretty much understand now?
It's quite funny because it's um like splitting into two groups of people. I think Blush will be able to confirm this. It's either they are into crypto or they hate it. It's not, I'm not interested. It's always like, this must be scam and this can't be right, and all this unqualified talk you have to listen to because it's just full of prejudices that they never read anything, they never searched for anything. They're just saying it must be a scam because they don't understand the concept, and you can't do much about this. And I'm working for a company who's actually having a special department for crypto taxes, and I am part of it because it's growing so much, and there just is nobody really giving advice on this because they're all overprotective. Like, don't invest, you could lose everything. Yes, I also can lose everything if I buy stocks. I also can lose everything if my bank crashes. You never can be 100% sure. That's crazy.
Yeah.
To rebuff stuff just because of, like, I don't want to know. This is crazy and stupid.
Yeah, what I've really found, because like we all hear the same thing. Oh, crypto is volatile, and so investing is a very high risk. But generally, investors are, they have a portfolio that is diversified anyways. Like, you're never going to recommend someone not to be diversified. And when I started learning about crypto, I almost feel that it's actually not as volatile as people think it is once you're in it and once you understand it, because like, yeah, trying to flip whatever new coin is coming up every day can be very volatile, but when you're dealing with things like Bitcoin or Ethereum, like, they're big players and they're pretty consistent. Like, they do fluctuate, like, now, but I think it'll go back up, and it's because people are starting to really adopt it, and big companies are putting a lot of money into these things. Like, MasterCard is dealing with all these crypto cards now, and businesses are accepting this money, and more people are just using it. Like, I would be really surprised if it just goes away. I would be really, really surprised. So I feel pretty good, like, being in it and knowing. You know what I mean? Why isn't my brush working? This is kind of weird. Ooh. But yeah, that's how I felt about it since I started. It's not, I think, quite as scary as some people make it out to be, although it could be if you're not being safe about it, but that's like anything.
I see it the same way. It's always like a question of do your own research. And if you really understand the concept and can stand behind it and stand for it, and with a good feeling, say, being able to say, I want to invest in it, I would recommend it, then why not? I never understood why things shall be bad just because of not knowing. It's somehow crazy how people reject this, but I have experienced the same. I was a bit worried about, maybe being a bit late in 2018, but in the end it wasn't this way, because it was way easier than I'd expected it to be. And I still experience it that way. That is always a question of how you explain it or how you present it.
Yeah, it's funny. I started in 2018 too. That was when I got my first wallet, and I didn't get as invested as I am now. I just bought a few, like, I bought a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Litecoin, a little bit of Ethereum. It wasn't very much at all, but looking back now, I wish I had been a little more dedicated at that time. Because I would have been very wealthy right now. It's easy to look at things in hindsight, I guess, though.
That's true, because we couldn't have known. If I think of that, I don't remember the name of the platform anymore. This exchange for Bitcoin that was rug pulled overnight and lost everything.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember anymore. You know what I'm talking about. If I think about this, in the retrospect, I can understand people who were like scared because of this. But if you are, then you could be scared of buying a house now because of this this crisis a few years ago. You can't say houses are worthless because we had a real estate crisis some years ago. This is just, I don't know, this is just like walking backwards and hoping to get the stairs up.
Yeah, you're right. I
It
think
can't be.
it's all about context, like, when it comes to the housing crisis. Most of the real estate agents I talk to, they don't believe that has really any chance of happening again, because the circumstances were very specific surrounding how people were giving out loans, and that's just not really how things are done anymore. So, crypto's the same. I mean, there's a lot of websites out there that I would not dare put any money into because they're very sketchy, but you have people that are doing things the right way, and that's like anything. Right now, it's hard to understand because the information is so new and it's not as much documented. So if you're a little bit less savvy with things, I can understand how it's maybe too confusing or scary, but that'll get better over time, and it'll be good for everyone.
I see it the same way. That's why I'm actually so engaged in crypto monkeys or in Banano, but more in crypto monkeys, just to be able to show people NFTs aren't evil. They don't bite, they don't hurt anyone. It's just like art you are able to follow back until the moment of creation, which is impossible for most of the famous paintings that are existing. So I really like the fact that we can hand it out for free and get people to have a first wallet, a first NFT, a first trade, to get a feeling for it and to feel like it could be fun to engage with this or to dive into this topic. And well, as we see, end up with a honey sometimes. Totally unexpected.
Yeah, that's totally how I feel too. That's why I actually made this Twitch channel, is because I was actually ignorant to how much a lot of art communities and like even gaming communities hate NFTs, because I just never I never had that experience. I never had that negative view of it like they did, and think this Twitch stuff is kind of the home territory of many traditional digital artists and many gamers. So I think it's a good place to connect with them and show them the other side of crypto, because definitely there is a lot of people in this space that are doing really unethical things, and there are fair arguments about the environment, which it's not my opinion that it's something that we need to worry about, because it's going to be fixed very soon. And technology in general, I think, is becoming very advanced, with to which it will solve many of our current environmental problems. So I feel very optimistic about that. But yeah, just show them the good side. Show them it's like just regular people like me. I'm just some artist, some designer who just wanted to make some stuff, and now I'm here, and it can be really, really good for people. There's a lot of good community. There's a lot of good things happening. There's a lot of positives. And the main thing that drew me to NFTs was the ability to document ownership as a digital artist. I've been a digital artist for decades now, and I could never prove which work was mine. I could never prove which copy was authentic. I could never, if someone right-click saved my image on the internet and they stole it and they sold it somewhere else, or they did something to it, I had really no means to point to something and say, no, look, this was mine. This is my collection. I minted all these things. They're all the same style, and they're mine. And now I have that. It's really, really important for us.
I see it the same way, actually. I really like the concept of being able to follow it. And I think, especially concerning you, everyone can understand why you're defending this concept so much, because it's just the only possibility to prove it's your work. And this is so crazy that not even signing a real drawing can provide that it's the only one and will be sold as the only one. This is a bit disappointing, but I'm happy that with the development of NFT, there are so many possibilities now to prove your ownership, to prove your creative process. It's so cool what you can do. So I think it's a great improvement for art in general. Maybe in, I don't know, 20, 25 years, it will be considered as a branch on its own, like sculpturing or painting.
Yeah.
Which I would think is really cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well as like, people always like joke about, oh, we're early and stuff, but I think, the blockchain technology in general will just keep expanding in use cases, and the virtual worlds will become such a big part of our lives. And people who are like NFT artists in like the first year, like we're even thinking, oh, somebody's not early if they're 2 months late. Like, no, we're pretty much all in the first like year or 2 years of NFTs. I think before April of 2021, there was a handful of projects that launched as NFTs, and then we started to see it grow from there on. But it's going to be so cool to just be able to look back and say like, oh, we were those people, like, and just have it recorded. I think I'm really excited about that.
That's true. Maybe one day it will be like, do you remember the ancients, cryptostasis, soggy apple pie?
Yeah, exactly.
But I really like that thought that you're creating something persistent. It's not disappearing anymore, and no one can, well, pretend to be you anymore. This is really, really cool. I think this is maybe the greatest improvement for art in the last 50 years.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's really exciting. I'm a little curious too about crypto monkeys and the Banano server. Like, I our previous mod was or our previous community manager was from there as well, and we have a lot of community members from there. And I don't know too much about it. Like, I'd really like to hear what it's all about.
Yeah, sure. Banano is a fork of Nano, and it's created to be feeless and instant, to be able to give it to people who have no experience in crypto at all, to have the opportunity to create a wallet with like downloading a simple app and having a code to enter it. You don't need all the complicated stuff with import your keys and everything. They just create it. They can play around a bit until they get a monkey who's representing their wallet, basically as a physical, like an icon with different colors, different attributes. It's pretty cool. You can play around until you have one which you like, and you can have it printed on a digital business card to not open your wallet when you want to receive Banano. You can just show your card, and this one scans the QR code and can transfer instantly. It really takes less than a second, mostly. And Crypto Monkeys was the NFT project created by Soggy Apple Pie and Bantano, who are also core members of the Banana. They made it to be like Banano, but for NFT. Feeless, instant if possible, and the only chain providing this was Wax. So we've ended up on Wax, which is like a fork of EOS or EOS. I don't know how to spell it properly.
Me either.
And it's really made to engage people who have no idea about everything. I remember, excuse me, Plush, but you have to be example again, just because I see your name. I remember Blush was on Banano before me, but in fact, she, for example, had no touch before with Ether or MetaMask, and I think she wouldn't even have tried if there wouldn't have been people who can give advice, or like having a first experience with an NFT, that it's not a picture to right click and copy, and that it's basically like the proof of ownership written on blockchain. It's not so complicated to explain if you want to. And I really like the concept because we can hand them out for free. Everything is driven by community. Soggy designs the cards. They are handed out for free, and we can sell them or we can trade them. Basically, the idea was this Pokemon card trading game, if you still know that. So it was a gamified attitude in the beginning. Games, education, and free distribution, charity. 19% of everything that's like gained goes to charitable organizations. Yeah, we don't have like dev fees. We have the artist fee for Soggy and the team, and nothing else. So it's pretty much costing you nothing. You pay like $2 to create a wallet, and everything else can be free if you want to. You don't have to pay fees. It's instant. You can act P2P, but always with the signing on the other end, so you have a decent amount of control. It's pretty cool to make people aware for also bad things like scam links, or I don't know, giving them 500 times the advice to read the transaction before signing it.
Yeah, that's
Things
all
like
great. How long has the crypto monkeys been around? Do you know?
Yeah, since 2020, was launched in September 2020.
Wow, so that's actually fascinating. That's like that's like a very, very early example of just community building, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
it is. And it's still one of the most representative on this topic, I think, because it's not about gaining something or earning money. It's really about the community.
Yeah, I love
And
that. I think sorry I cut you off there.
no, it's fine. I just wanted to say Soggy did a great job.
Yeah, Soggy's amazing, and it's funny. Like I've known Soggy all this time, but I never fully like dove into what the crypto monkeys and the banana was all about. But that's so fascinating, and like I love that especially because I feel like the whole NFT on the Ethereum side, and even kind of like even in my own project, to be really honest, has kind of gotten a little off course of like what I think the real values should be. I think like it's really cool what we did, and I think that's like important as part of the growth of the communities and the network, but I don't know, like sometimes I just wonder if like having these limited supplies and like everything ends up being really expensive, like it's maybe not at the heart of what we all kind of really love about this space. And I think, as this keeps going and going, and there's people just trying to make so much money, and there's so many scams and so many bad people coming to take advantage of this stuff, and take advantage of people, it kind of like, I wonder when there will be like a course correction to something better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've seen so crazy stuff. People buying like for 0.01 and selling for basically 0.1. It's in Germany we say greed eats brain.
I like that. Yeah, I think it's really true. Well, and what I don't like about this system, and what what I always tried to avoid, but it's hard to completely avoid it with this business model, I've realized, is that when a floor pumps really hard, it's always got to come down, and somebody's always going to be the person who sold at the top and made a lot of money, and somebody's always going to be the person who couldn't get out and they couldn't sell, and they couldn't make their money back or do whatever. And so I think that projects that are very centered around like selling NFTs as a product and focusing on the art and the product rather than flipping is like a really good side of it. But when you're promoting things like that for flipping and for making money, it's like, somebody has to get hurt in that interaction. There's no way around it.
True. Absolutely true.
Hey,
Because
crypto
it's not working.
monkeys. Sorry, we had the crypto monkeys in chat. I got excited. We were talking good things about you.
That's so funny. Who renamed himself Crypto Monkeys? It's really funny because you can choose your Twitch name like you want to. So
so it just could be anybody being a crypto monkey.
we'll see. It's always funny because I'm ghost cam everywhere to be found easier. On Twitter, on Twitch, on Discord, on Reddit, on Instagram, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's always, Aku. It's so funny.
Oh, hey, Aku. You were in disguise. We didn't know.
That's true. Only Aku thing is the purple color.
Oh, yeah, it's
He's
true.
awesome too.
It's a very nice purple.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm really into purple.
The real crypto monkeys. So with the crypto monkeys, is there a limited supply, or do you just you can mint however many and it just keeps going?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just lost the thread somewhere. We have predetermined rarities, so it's never changing. We have 19 legendaries, which are of course very valuable. We have 91 epics, 423 rares, 1919 uncommons, and I think 9,119 commons each time. So depending on which rarity Soggy designs the card, the supply is limited to this amount, and it's never changing. So you're always knowing if you get like a rare card, there are 423 of it.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
so then do different like cards come out? Like I kind of thought that it was just one artwork that she did in the beginning and then there was no more after that.
It's I think we have 86 cards now.
Wow.
In total. So sometimes they're like coming out really quick, but I think you know that Soggy has kind of this thingy on her wrist and needs to take it a bit slower. So at the moment it's going a bit slower, but that's perfectly fine. Main thing is Soggy gets healthy again. And the cool thing is that sometimes things the community creates are included into the card. I'm sending it over later and showing you the original meme. A monkey made a meme and Soggy included it into a card. So it's basically minted on blockchain now.
Oh yeah.
The thingy some normal member made. This is really cool. Also, we have the templates called stacks. We have these cards, like trading cards, and the stacks, which are, really looking like in that games, if you ever seen such a thing in real life. And those are fully designed by the community. You can hand in a design and it's finished by the nifty artists, and afterwards it's minted in the same rarity categories.
That is
So you
so
always
much
know what you get.
fun. I love that.
It's really cool. I made one, two, three now, but one is really credited to me. This was so embarrassing the first moment, because I'm always like, no, it's not finished, it's not perfect, take it back, put it away, don't look at it. Yeah, so I think you know it. Sometimes you just don't feel like finished, and the stacks give also opportunity to get like new impressions. And Soggy always tells that she is like watching us all the time and listening to us and taking her inspiration from the community. And sometimes you can really see that in the cards. And that's pretty awesome. You always see this kind of working together for something really cool and good and fun. And it's always the most special moment when you have a new monkey around. And I think we've had it yesterday. The first NFT he ever got in his life was a rare card, which is worth like $35, and it just was dropped for free.
Wow.
And he was all flipped out for this. This is also a thing I have to admit I experience as development in the wrong direction, as you mentioned it, that this flipping mentality really can destroy good concepts just because of like entering of three whales and nobody else having a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, it's a project what was maybe concepted for a floor of 0.2 ends up with 2, and nobody is able to afford it anymore. I think this is a bit against the initial idea. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. I think you maybe wouldn't be cool with like every honey jumping overnight to 10 ether or something.
Yeah,
Because
I would definitely prefer not to. We we said that when we launched because people were kind of like, "Oh, 10,000 is too many for right now," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want them to get so expensive that people can't buy them, like that want them." You know what I mean? Like so. But it's hard because a lot of people do come into these projects like expecting that, like that is what they want. So it's a always a battle in the communities.
yeah, I can understand that. It depends pretty much on what is the main concept behind. But I've always had the impression that you are more about like spreading your art and the love for your art than about like getting rich overnight with it. And I really like that. There are also projects which are looking good, but there's nothing behind it. It's like they're handing out one collection and there's never something coming again. And this can be a bit disappointing. So I really like your being around like forever and not changing your concept. And the same goes for Soggy. I think 2 years are quite a time in NFT space.
Yeah, that's very impressive of a Soggy. That's cool. Like I knew Soggy was around, but I actually didn't fully understand the extent of just how long Soggy's been doing this. That's so cool, and I'm really glad that that's how my project came across to you, because that is how I feel about it. And like for me, I say this all the time, so everybody in chat's probably sick of hearing it, but I really just wanted, I don't want to live an extravagant lifestyle. Like, I really just wanted to have my time back to create art, and this project has given me that, which I think, like, a lot of artists would agree that that's the best gift you could ever get in your whole entire life. And so I have eternal gratitude to the community for that, and I just want to spend time with everyone and get to know everyone and share share myself with everybody, and just hopefully we can all enjoy it and have a good time together. So I feel very successful in that, not feeling worried about if the project will become worth 10 ETH. That's not what I think success looks like for everybody, and I think that's not really maybe what it looks like for me. So
That's cool. I really like that.
we went very deep there. That was like yeah, I want to, like, now I want to go get my crypto monkey. I got to figure out how to do that.
Basically, you just need a Wax wallet. I can help you with that, because you can buy this gray mass wallets. I think it's $1.79 or something. It's really ridiculously cheap, actually, and you get a customized address for it with an owner certificate and something for that software. But it's also possible to make it for free via Wombat, which is like a clicking game on Wax. I usually don't use, but it's existing and it's giving out the wallet for free. And yeah, after you entered CryptoMonkey's chat, you will get your welcome drop from me anyways.
Ooh, okay.
Because I'm always doing that, like greeting the newbies, explaining the basics, helping with the first wallet if it's necessary, giving out a first NFT, maybe giving out some first banano infusion to get them a bit of familiar with the concept of sharing, because it's about sharing. You can sell whatever you like, and nobody minds if you're making your profits with it. But if you're just taking advantage of the community, you will be sorted out sooner or later, because it's not working this way. We're more like family than just we're collecting all the same. So I'd love to see you on Crypto Monkeys, and I think the first thing would be to ping Soggy like, I got Stacy.
Yeah, you can tell Soggy that now you're the one who fully recruited me, even though she's been here for months, and probably she'll be mad at me after that, but maybe not, because Soggy's a sweetheart, so we'll see. But I really definitely want to check it out now. So I made a Wax wallet a couple months ago, actually, and I think I put in like $50, and then I bought some cards on the what's the big exchange?
Atomic Hub.
Yes, I bought some things on Atomic Hub, but now I actually realize I switched computers. I don't even know if I have the wallet anymore. It might be gone forever, so I'll have to see if I can break into that.
If you still know your password, you need you registered originally, I think, with an email address. And if you still know your password, you can enter your wallet anytime, because on Atomic Hub, the usual Wax wallet is just like cloud-based. So you don't own your private keys, but we experience very few incidents with lost wallets, except for the usual, I clicked a scam link, I signed a wrong transition, I transferred to the wrong account, stuff like that. So you don't have to worry. If you still knowing your password, your wallet is still there.
Oh, that's great. I had no idea. I don't know why I assumed that all blockchains were just kind of the same as ETH, because as you know, if you lose your ETH keys, you're screwed forever. So
Yeah. Yes, I think everyone has, I don't know, at least one experience with, oh shit, I don't know my password anymore. Or, oh no, is this PC broken? If this computer is broken, how do I access my wallet? I
yeah.
never wrote down the seed. That's what I find really funny, that people forget about this after like 6 years of crypto. How can you still forget to write down your seed?
Yeah, right. I don't know. I definitely I wrote down all my seeds. I'm really bad with remembering passwords, so I always try to write down my crypto stuff really well, because obviously it's a big deal. You know, I had like way back in the day, I remember trying to mint a crypto kitty, and if I had actually, I don't know if I minted it properly, because at the time I didn't understand really how wallets worked very well, and so so I probably lost a crypto kitty or something out there. It's just in a dead wallet, but I try to avoid that now.
Well, it will be the last crypto kitty on Earth.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, there you go. It'll be famous anyways.
It can be funny. I just think you don't have to take it too serious. If something like that happens, it happened. You can't get it back anyways, but some people are just so lazy, and especially if someone who was, I don't know, like never into having an email, having a wallet, thinking about stuff like this. And then I did have to, where did I find, is there something like a key? How does this look like? Basically, I've created so many wallets meanwhile, and helped with so many strange questions. Because sometimes people just know how to ask properly. Not that they don't know or that they're like dumb. It's just they don't know how to express what their problem is. And I have gained so much experience now with finding the hook in the thing, or like I can't transfer my NFT, and sometimes they're using Anchor. It's another software. You have to sign the transaction in the software. If you don't do this within 2 minutes, the transaction is cancelled. So they sit there and stare at their wallet and wait for hours without signing. As you said, they didn't understand the principle behind it. That's not a problem. You just need someone to explain it.
Yeah, there's so many little things like that. I remember when I first started my OpenSea account, like on the first day, I didn't understand how the wallets worked at all. And so I clicked to create the account, and then it logged me in with the wallet. And I did not understand at all that the wallet was what was making my account, not that I had an account name or something. And so for the longest time, I could not get into the account, and I was totally locked out. And I tried to make a second account and figure out how I was getting in, and it was such a mess. And I just look back on that and wonder how many new people are having this experience, because now I know it so well. I do it every day. So it's just, I hope there's more help now than there was when I started.
I think so. It's just because we have more like communities. There are people now to ask for it. When I'm thinking back of creating my first MetaMask, and the moment I decided I want to transfer everything out, that was well, I think I've sat there for an hour or something, just reading all kinds of stuff, which didn't really help, but um, to figure out somehow what to do to not lose everything. And I think in the end, I've lost like $30 or something, well, because I made a typo somewhere, but I was able to save all of the other stuff, and I was so proud that I got all out of it. And I think I've even lost the password for the MetaMask I transferred everything into.
Oh no.
It was not so much, and I don't mind it. I've won some Bitcoin years ago somewhere, and I never remembered the data to enter this wallet again. So it was a win. I never had it, so I don't consider it a loss. If I somewhen find that wallet again, I will be a very happy person. And if not, I won't regret anything.
That's a really good attitude. Yeah, I think that's the right thing you have to do, or else you can drive yourself a little crazy.
Yeah, that's why I say you don't. If you're taking it too serious, it's costing your sanity at some point. I remember I've had a colleague who was very into stocks and stuff. And I've talked to her about crypto, and she looked at me and said, "No, I can't do that. I'm not going to sleep anymore if I'm able to watch that like 24/7. It's good that stocks exchanges are closed on weekends and during nights."
It's a favor for us, not for them, really.
But I don't know if you're. I think if you're like betting your life on something, you'd better be able to really understand it and to handle it and to like have an overview of all the consequences possible and that are not only good ones. And I think sometimes people like talk themselves into finding something good or bad, or being talked into finding something good or bad. Like I've seen discussions about this project is crap, and they're telling this for 500 times until the other one either gives up or gives in. And this is, I don't think this is the right way to get people into this. You have to find something, as you said, that is fun and that you enjoy something. And mostly it's somehow a community standing behind a project, which really is determining the value on the long term. Because your minted art doesn't change. It will maybe gain in value. It, in my opinion, it won't go to zero, but the art is always present. It won't like disappear overnight, but a community can disappear and a community can grow. So I think there are both components maybe equal weighted until some point. Maybe after a certain point, a community is more important, or the art gets more important and the community is less important. But I always felt like you're about the community and you want it to grow and to be stable and, yeah, to be wholesome.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a really good way to look at it because oh, hey Rad, I didn't realize you joined. Hey.
Quiet all the time. Sneaky one.
Hello.
It's nice to see
Hi.
you. I
Nice
was
to see you too.
I was just gonna say that this space can be very, very, very hard on your emotions. Even like I try to prioritize, like you said, having fun, making it a fun thing, not making it a stressful thing, and still I can tend to get really stressed out by what's happening in the communities around me, or on Twitter, or on expectations, or just all those things. So like I really I really can't imagine being one of those people that's really always chasing the flip, and they're always, in the Discord with the people that are like yelling and being toxic to people. And it breaks my heart. Like, I was in a Project Mint the other day. I was checking out their Discord, and they were doing a free mint, and the project was beautiful. You could tell it was a ton of work. The founders really cared about it. And then the price went up, and then the price went down after, and people were just saying the worst things. Like, it's things that you would never say to somebody's face. And every time I see it, I can't believe it. So I just wish we'd all be nice to people. I guess that's the moral of what I'm saying.
I absolutely agree with you. That's I have to say, on Crypto Monkeys we care a lot about how people feel. And if someone is offensive or racist or something, he's getting banned on an instant, because we don't discuss. It's about feeling like home and welcome, and the feeling to be understood and to be able to ask questions, or to make mistakes. And people don't make fun of you because you click the scam link, but they're giving out of their own NFT to make you able to be part of it again. And this is what it's about and what it should be about. So I totally understand your opinion. I think this toxic behavior can destroy the best project.
Yeah, and it's just weird. It's like, why? Just like, if you don't like something, just go away. Like, I don't need to hear your like opinion. Like, just go somewhere else. It's so strange, the things people choose to say to other people. I don't get it. Sorry, I turned the iPad off for a second, guys. The Apple Pencil died, so I'm just charging it up really quick. I'm gonna order on Amazon one of those chargers that you can use without plugging it into the iPad, because my pencil dies all the time and it's really annoying. I'm trying to get into my Wax wallet while I do that.
Yay!
I know, I'm excited. So do I just need the Wax cloud wallet for minting a crypto monkey then, or?
They're all minted, so you just get them for free as a gift.
Oh, okay.
Or you can buy them on Atomic Hub if you want to, but actually I intended to gift you some if you're heading over to our Discord then.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's so
As
nice.
I always do with newbies.
If I ever get into the wallet, I will let you know. Otherwise, I'll make a new one after stream. I thought it would be fun to show it off, but maybe, maybe we can just look at them now that we're talking about them.
Do you want to have a link? I can send you a link. Atomic Hub.
Please post a link, because I also want to get into that Discord and get set up as well. I've been meaning to do that myself.
Okay.
I'm
searching. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll look in maybe general chat, if you can post links in general chat or DMs.
Don't know if it's working. I'm just because I'm me, I just have to log off before I do that. I'm such a messy on my phone. I have like 20, oh no, that's not enough. 45 tabs open all the time.
I'm like that too.
I just feel a strong need to keep them, just to not have to search for them. I'm so lazy sometimes. That's the atomic hub thingy. And I'm sending you an invitation to the server if it's working. Sometimes it's like making a bit stuff.
And then, okay, okay, this is cool. So what do I look for? Crypto monkeys, right? Do I
You
say
can.
crypto monkeys or crypto monkeys?
Crypto monkeys, but without the Y. CRPTO monkeys. Because Wax only allows 12 signs, and the full word crypto monkeys would have been 13. So we have crypto monkeys without the Y. The first Y.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
It is. If you would want to try to log in, you just need to click on menu and log in, and it's offering Wax Cloud Wallet. Then you can try it. But making a new one is no problem, and I can help you with that. Also for rat, of course. That's my cat in the background. I'm sorry. She's like claiming all the time, please pet me, please pet me. And this goes for days now. I think it's like spring behavior. Because it's a bit exhausting meanwhile. I don't know what to do. I'm no male cat. I can't help.
She wants a friend. You need to get another cat.
I think so, because there's a cat like walking around my house for days now, and I hear it meowing all the time, and I thought so often now it's mine. I was outside like 10 times to get my cat back in, which sat behind me and just stared at me like, what are you doing, stupid human? So I hope it's working. It worked! I posted a link in general chat.
Oh,
for every honey who wants to become a monkey.
This is perfect. And then, okay, so I'm on the, I didn't really use Wax too much, so I think I'm on the right page, and I see all these card packs. So how does this work? Because like normally if I'm looking at like Hunnys, for example, I would just see all the different Hunnys, but these all look the same. So how, like, what would I do, or how do I look at the ones that exist, or do you buy like packs and then it draws a random one? How does it work?
Scroll a bit up and click on View on Market.
View.
The big orange button a bit more upwards on the right. The big orange one. Yes. And now you can see these are the stacks, the community-driven templates. I don't see mine at the moment, the one I made. It's not like obviously, and you see on the left side that you have these different templates, crypto monkeys and monkey stacks. Here you can see it perfectly. The difference is obvious. The stacks are like gamified, and the crypto monkeys are the cards. So if you choose exactly there, this, now you can see like what you want to. If you want to have a card or a stack, you can choose for the number, you can choose for rarity. You even could, if you don't know anymore, insert the name above. The packs always contain 2 cards. So you can be very lucky and pull a legendary, or you just get 2 commons. Oh, that's my listing.
I think the stream is behind our conversation in real life. So I'm just like I'm just like lagging behind. These are really cool. So what are the stacks? Like, do the stacks come in packs as well, or is that just the cards that come in the packs?
That's just the cards. The stacks are always handed out for events or for engagement. If you click on the crypto, on that stacks thingy on the left side again, please, then I can explain it a bit better. Yeah, a bit upwards. Yes, exactly there. Like the one you see with that brain was the first ever made, reminding of the first card Soggy ever designed. Or the next one, right, is the head thingy, is one of our main artists, Cornet. He got 50 2 weeks before, and this stack is like celebration of him being such an amazing person and helping like everywhere. The stacks contain sometimes designs from Soggy's cards, and sometimes it's a special like that Christmas tree. Or the birthday stack, or we have a Twitter stack. That's the one I made, but I don't see this thingy somewhere. Maybe it's just not sold yet. So you can put everything on sale if you want to, but you can keep it. You can collect them all. You get holder rewards, like for Hunnys, but not on a monthly base. If a new card is released, there's always another one to which it refers. Like if there is the head of a unicorn on a card, it refers to the card Unimonkey. So if you have a Unimonkey, you probably get dropped the next one. That's pretty cool.
This is such a master class in community building, and if you guys haven't checked out the Crypto Monkeys server, there's 11,000 people in there. Like, it's not a small little thing. They are really doing this.
Yeah, we were the biggest booth in DigiCon, which is a virtual fair for Wax stuff. Wax games and NFTs and everything. Here you can see this one with the circling cards was made for another community member who's always doing trivia. There's my stack. This crazy blue birdie thingy.
Wait, okay, yours is the blue bird. Okay, so I'm gonna...
This one, but you can get one from me. Signed for Stacy.
That's exciting.
That's also...
If I want to be like how do you guys choose your guest artists to make these?
You just hand in a design. You prepare such a thing and just post it in a special channel for it, and it is reviewed by the artists and by the printers. We call the bosses, like Soggy's one, the printers. And if it's cool enough, it will be minted in the end. Here it is. That's how my name got on this thingy. If you click on it, you can see the description, and it's showing the name of the artist.
Is it the one? Is it the Tweetlon one?
Yeah, it is. We made it for Elon buying Twitter.
That's so cute. So it says Sri and Ghost Cam. Aw.
Yeah, it's cute. You can see your name on it and be like, on blockchain forever. That's so cool. Brad bought a Wax wallet. He's now Red Benny.
Yay!
That's so cool.
Oh, hey, Haas is in here too. Hi, Haas.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
Hi. Hello, House.
Nice to see you. I'm so glad you're showing your face after I just was so good at Valorant.
I mean, equally is good in my own right, I guess.
Yeah.
So of course I'd be showing my face around here, you know?
I thought you'd be too shy. I'm trying to trash talk, but it's like becoming really awkward. So I'm just gonna like pretend this whole interaction didn't happen and like move on because it like didn't end up being like funny. So anyways, back to the Crypto
No, I feel
Monkeys.
like you set up the trash talk, and Haas just deflected masterfully. Make you look bad.
Reverse Uno card right there.
Sometimes
Keep
it's
that on me.
sometimes the best defense against trash talk is to make the conversation incredibly awkward and make the original person want to die. So that's, mad respect for that. I really like this Christmas one I keep seeing. Cool.
We have a lot of those. This is part of this is maybe the only stack which is splitted because it has legs and a head. Do you see the one with the growing flower? This is a drawn stack made by an animation artist who's doing trick films normally. That's so cool. Or here, the chief stack. Does it remind you of something, Stacy? Can you scroll a bit down again? The one with a girl. There is a yellow one with a girl in it. Maybe it's a bit more above again. I saw two now.
Is it above the flower or below the flower? I'm at the flower now.
I think it was above the flower.
Okay. I see a cute red panda. I see a flame monkey.
Still a bit more. I saw it.
Oh, this
Still
one.
a bit more.
This chief monkey one, right?
Yeah, click on it.
This one
Please.
is really really, really cute.
I think if I remember right, it's possible that Crypto Stacy's was the initial idea for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up in the channel for the stacks reveal. I will do and tell you right away, because it's pretty possible that it was made just to bribe you into crypto monkeys, finally.
Well, if that's the case, I think it probably would have worked, because this is really cool. I think this is one of my favorite ones that I've seen so far. This is great pixel work. So whoever did this is definitely like very good at that stuff.
Token Girls was it? It was Token Girls, but I really like it.
Yeah.
Then maybe, we need a Stacy stack.
Yeah, I would totally be loving that. My pencil got charged, by the way, which is awesome.
Yeah. Proceeding.
That was really fun to look at. Thanks for showing it all to me. I didn't really know how to use the Wax webpage, but now I feel more confident than ever.
You're very welcome. And as I said, if you're coming over to our Discord, you'll be greeted like a star, because so many know you now. And Red too, of course.
I love that. I'm going to be so shy, but yeah, I'm definitely going to come over and say hi, because I kind of feel like I dropped the ball. I feel kind of bad because like I really like getting to know you guys, like especially Soggy's kind of on the team and stuff, and I really like getting to know you guys and what you're doing and what you're up to, and I just like I feel like my life is like just always frantically running out of time for everything, and so I don't get to look into stuff as much as I really want to sometimes, but this is something I feel like I totally dropped the ball on, like looking at more, because it is so cool, and what you guys did with Crypto Monkeys is like the foundations of what we have today. Like that's partially, I think, to thank for all the communities we have now, and so it's really, really a cool thing that I don't want to miss out on. Yeah.
That's so awesome, because we always are happy if we get like to know new monkeys. Meanwhile it's kind of a sport who can greet him first.
That's so cute.
And it's so fun just because people are enjoying it so much, and you can see that they really like to engage with each other and to talk about things and to pass on their knowledge, or to like be helpful, just to be there and to be helpful and to be happy because the other one is happy. That's so cool. And I think this is mainly the reason why we're all like captive in Crypto Monkeys and nobody wants to go away again, which is pretty cool. It's really a long-term run in the end.
Well, it seems like you all kind of have become friends, and I noticed that in the Hunnys server, you know, when like people when people get to know each other and then they become friends and then they bring a new person into that friend group and then it just kind of grows in this like really nice way. And it seems like that's just like the whole Crypto Monkeys server.
That's true. That's true. We're all kind of a bit of family. There are like always the bad cousins and the good cousins, but in general, we're all just feeling a bit home there and feeling welcome. And of course, this form of socialization has always light sides and shadow sides, but I think 99.9% of all crypto monkeys are just the most awesome, kind, friendly people you can meet in the world. Except for you and Red, maybe.
We have the same, I feel like we kind of have the same spirit, like of just like the things we care about and the things we really like. So I feel like we really relate in that way. So it's nice. And I'm really curious, like, what do you think made Crypto Monkeys community so successful? Because building that large of a community is not easy. Like, you know, I've been here for over a year now, and we're at, I think, 3,500 members right now. And so I'm just curious, like, why do you think it is so successful with the community side of things?
I think because of the intention to keep it into community-driven things. Because it was not about profit in the beginning, and it's not at this point. Because everyone is having an eye on the other. It's like the longer people are in that community, the better they get. And with time, a lurker can turn into an artist or into an amazing community member who's giving out his stuff just to make someone smile. I think the main value of Crypto Monkeys is really the community. The art is what brought us together, but the community is what makes us stay.
Yeah, that's really well said. That's really, really nice. It's a cult. Yeah. What are some things that you guys do over in that server that are community based that you think are kind of parts of the glue that hold you together? I know one of them you said was that the community can contribute artwork and see it minted, which is a really, really cool thing. Is there anything else that goes on in the server on a regular basis that you think contributes to the community feeling?
I think definitely we have community events that can be created by normal members. You don't have to be a mod, and a mod just jumps in and rewards for you. Or you can play a bit around because Banano is free. You can have trivia games and host them with your own Banano if you want to. And it's all kind of fun questions. So people get to talk about this stuff. And I think this is maybe the one concept working the best, to get people together, to stay together. If you're just having a giveaway with retweet and like, it's basically a thing of 10 seconds. I really like that Honey background story thing, though. And for the events I do, I try to involve people. They can choose what they want to play. I have 3 or 4 games I can play like out of the head all of the time because I have this stuff prepared on my phone. And one of the 1,919 screenshots. And yeah, it's this feeling of being able to decide or to change things, or just to like tell the mod, okay, you were wrong. This element is in 4 cards and not only in 2, so your question was basically not correct, and everyone has won, and so everyone gets we call it a drop, a free NFT. I think the community creating things. We have a monkey who's I think 2 or 3 days before, he created some kind of a chess event because he discovered that so many people like it. And it was more or less spontaneous and worked out pretty well. Or another one is really good in coding, and so he prepared riddles with for the claim links, and the monkeys have to solve them, and they're really, really tricky. It's cool that everyone can come in with his own idea, and you try to make it work somehow. I think this is we don't have like a certain concept of doing this event or that event. The one we have does always a certain kind of trivia. We call it doc trivia, and everyone knows how this is going on just because he's always doing this. It's his game and no one else does something like that. So everyone has found a bit of stuff with which he's really good, and we all try to help each other. So I think this is maybe the one thing that makes it so interesting, because it's always somehow changing. Every day can be different, or you can have like a cropped game and go away for a minute and come back and someone else is doing something else, or the server is really empty because no one is around, so just like 3 people chatting all the time about books or movies or something, and then someone pops in who's totally new and he's just involved as if he would been there for like the last 3 hours. That's something that makes it quite comfy, I think, for people who enter this space anew, and also for people who are around for a while, because it's not getting boring. Like, every Thursday at 8 p.m. this and this is happening, and I don't enjoy this game, so I am not online at all. We always try to find something someone could enjoy, and if possible, around the clock. Because we're so many Nifties, basically someone is awake somewhere on the world all the time.
And so
this is quite cool.
That is really
We're
interesting.
community.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and it kind of leads me to my next question that I feel like I have for you, which is how do you, because in Ethereum communities, a very common thing is you need to be paying all your mods, and you need to be paying all your community managers, and you need to be paying anyone who does anything for you. And I think, it sounds like a lot of people are doing these things because they want to spend their time that way, because they are having fun planning an event or making some artwork to be included. So the question is, I guess, first of all, how do you motivate people? How do you make them feel like they want to spend their time that way just for their benefit, for fun? And then how do you, feel about the idea that maybe they're providing something to the community for free, and people might see that in a bad way if you're not paying for that kind of thing?
We aren't paid. No mod or stuff is paid. We all do it because we want to do it. But it's not that you're not rewarded at all. If you're creating a stack, you get an artist's reward, a certain amount of them, and you can do whatever you want to. You can sell them or you can give them away. We get a little present when we become mod, we got packs. You saw them, and some opened them, some sold them. I just gave all my packs away. I didn't open one. I just gave all of them away. It's we get as a team member, if you're really contributing, you get a card as a reward. Basically, one NFT of the new ones made, and that doesn't go for all rarities, of course, but it's not that you're just working for the community and not getting anything at all. It's the mods drop to the normal ones, but also to other mods. We try to be fair to everyone. And this feeling of being treated fairly makes people wanting to help. It's really just this, I may get a drop for creating this. It could be something for like $1. It could be something for $40, but nobody thinks about what he's being dropped to. He's just thinking about, or they're just thinking about how to help or how to make it more fun. And I think this is the way it works. You have to keep the people there who really want to contribute to the community, and to sort out those who only take advantage or like try to overthrow other people. There are always people who try to make their profits out of others, and we try to keep them out of the community as far as we can. Just it's nothing bad about selling your stuff. But if you're just like sucking out kindness and generosity, you're maybe not a good member of this community. There may be other communities you fit in better.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. So, like for you, what do you feel like makes you or makes other people want to make it a good experience? You said people do events and people do these things because they want it to be fun. Why do you think they care about it being fun? Why not just, what makes them put in the effort to grow crypto monkeys rather than just going to a different server where other people are putting in the effort to make things fun for them? Why do they get involved?
I think I've told earlier that we're trying to create like a feeling of being home. I think it's the connection between humans. It's not only to be entertained or to be like rewarded. It's also about feeling appreciated, feeling welcome, feeling like I get help if I need to, or I have the worst day of my life and I really need someone to talk to. And even if it's just about the ugliest shoes in the world, you always find someone who's engaging with you, because we try to maintain this wholesome atmosphere. And you really experience that if you're around for a while, that people always come back for it, because it's a feeling you don't get somewhere else. And if you're appreciated and always treated like really worshipped for who you are and how you behave and what you do, you give that back with a good feeling. And I think this is the one aspect about crypto monkeys. If you're around for a while, you just feel like at home and don't want to leave anymore. People who just want to be like entertained or get something for free will maybe stay also, but they won't like fight for it. to be this way in the future. I just think that this community building measures in the past formed a really stable foundation to build on now, because we don't have certain struggles others have. We have a lot of mods who care for safety. We have a lot of people around who really are aware of scammers and stuff. So it's also feeling like a safe space for many of them. And this makes many stay who also are involved deeper into other projects, or who are in fact head of other projects, but they still stay. I stick with what I said earlier. The really value of CryptoMonkeys is the community behind it. The thought of sharing and just being there for each other. I'm feeling like holding a monologue.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I hope you don't mind that I've just casually, unintentionally turned this into me interviewing you about community building, but it's it's a lot of actual insight for me, because you're articulating a lot of things that I feel that I want and I strive to, but I don't know, when I see you guys at CryptoMonkeys, you have kind of accomplished that already, and I'm very interested in how I can adapt these ideals to our server and just keep continuing that feeling, because that feeling of having a safe place and a home base to retreat to it's something that people in the past have said about us too, and I really want to foster that. I want that feeling to continue for more people and feel more strongly. So I'm just really curious, I guess, about all of this stuff, and I think it's really cool. So I appreciate you sharing it so candidly.
You're very welcome.
One of us.
You're
now.
very welcome.
Yeah, it's really, really impressive. I've been silent for the last 15 minutes, partially because I was setting up my wallet for the first time, but also just getting showered with love and free stuff and warm welcomes in the CryptoMonkeys Discord, and it's really just the nicest thing ever. So you should be really proud of what you're building, and I echo everything that Stacy says. It's really a model for community building right out the gate, when somebody first joins the Discord and has very little knowledge of the Wax ecosystem in general. Just be really proud of what you've built and keep it up.
Thank you so much, Red. I'm so happy that you joined us. I'm now scrolling a bit. Maybe I can see you.
I'm really curious. I can't wait to get off the stream and just kind of go back and read the messages and see what happened, and take a really good look around the server and see what's going on in there.
You're very welcome to have a look around. You can take all the time you need. I'll always be there to greet you when you enter. In fact, I'm really always there.
How long, Honey Ghost, what's your role in the server, and how long have you been there?
I'm a serendipity there. That's you all know Piga. Piga is Rat there. And I'm something a bit smaller. We serendipities care for safety and for information, to be there to vent to talk to, not like an actual mod, more safety guard with community function stuff. So I'm one of these, and I'm the one who's always asked when something isn't working, or like I need a wallet, or I'm the one who's asked for help very often, because I just like helping and explaining stuff and things like that. So we have also the super monkeys, like Aku is one and Piga is one. They're real mods, you could say, if you want to adapt this usual roles. And we have people like Soggy, who are called the printers, which are basically the founders of the community, like Soggy and Bantano, and the main developer. And now we have a new one. We got a new printer this week, who's very, very awesome. His name's Green, like the color. And he's like always working in the background and making everything work. So he's very well deserved, promoted if you want to say so. That's basically it. We have artists, like you know it, with a color system, but we don't show off like the collection, but the function of the people. So even if there's someone entering who never was on this Discord before, can on an instant recognize people he can trust. Because people you can trust have a color. They're green or purple or yellow, and you can pick one of them and they'll help you. No matter what you want to do or ask or need or complain or whatever.
Yeah, I assume. So, do you know Champ?
Yeah, I do know him. He's so awesome.
Yeah, he's great, and he was our community manager previously before Rat was, and so he brought over, I think, a lot of ideas he had from just being like in the Banano server, and I can't remember. Was he one of like the founders of Crypto Monkeys, or did he just like the server? I can't really remember. I'm not sure if you know.
He's liking the server. He's on Banano. We're very close related, but it's really he's on Banano. That's
right.
why he has I don't know the word, this thingy over his shoulder on his OG. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
With that logo. Yeah, that's the Kalium logo, the logo of the Banano wallet.
Yeah, for sure. So I think he brought a lot of ideas from the sort of Wax ecosystem, from the Crypto Monkeys and the Banano server, like to what we were doing. So that was pretty cool. I don't know why I started talking about that. I just thought of it when you were talking about roles, because he had one role idea that it's now our hoop role. So we're just kind of in the early stages of establishing it, but it's kind of like in between a server member and a mod, where they're like people who have a little bit of different responsibilities, and they can do events and stuff like that. So it's just a little bit of a special thing for them, and they can as a team nominate people to be like in the hoop role as well. So that's like a fun thing that really reminds me of what is going on that side of the Discord server that I'm excited about, like, working on and seeing how it translates to the Ethereum side.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious. Like I wrote once to you that I'm like sorry that all the monkeys are entering your Discord, and so you can take revenge with like honeybees entering our Discord in great group.
Yeah, so, I guess that's maybe. I hope that happens after today, and we'll because a lot of people have just been listening to us like talk about how awesome this is for a long time. So it's great. I hope everybody goes to check it out after this.
It's quite funny because we like started with 4 or 5 people and now there are 16 people in that stream.
Yeah, right? It's great. So Rat, what was your like experience entering the server?
I had about 5 different people greet me, talk about how great Hunnys and all rats are. I actually gifted out a rat.
You're busy behind the scenes here.
I'm working. I'm working. So if I'm quiet, it's because I'm busy. But also just getting showered in love and very kind things that people are saying, and also being sent some free stuff, some free crypto monkeys, which is also just amazing. And so I'm just kind of taking a look and trying to see how I can claim them and take a look at them, and just also admiring what's going on with the server. So
that is very fun.
I admit I cheated a bit because I sent the monkeys directly to your wallet, Red.
Okay.
That's where the 5 others come from. You maybe don't have
5.
claim. Yeah, I've packed you a package because we have some games. Like I see Vitk is trying to bribe you into trains. That's his fave. There's a game you can play just with owning the cards in your wallet. It's called Slots. And for this game, it's not negative to have more than 2 or 3 cards. You can actually trade them, like really trading cards. So you have more than one opportunity to do something with it, and everyone is like just happy to be able to give something. They don't want something back. They just are happy that there's someone they don't know to be able to make him presents. That's actually really, really cute, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they're all so awesome.
Is.
I don't know who's hearing me. You're all great.
Well, it's really sweet, and certainly noticed, and like I know Stacy said something like this a few minutes ago, and I actually feel similarly, which is my only regret about this whole thing is that I haven't joined the server sooner, because just having the exposure to the Hunnys community, I've met tons and tons of wonderful people, and it's always clear, like, when people are coming over from the Crypto Monkeys server and community, because you all are so tight-knit and so close, and clearly just such great friends, and you get along, and you have such a good time. So it's nice to be over there and finally see what's going on in that side. I'm excited. I'm one of those people who, like, if I get into a new community or to a new ecosystem, like, I have to spend like 50 hours like looking at everything and understanding everything about how it works and where to go. And so I'm excited to do that with just the Wax ecosystem in general. I'm just glad to be learning something new.
That's awesome. I find this so great. I think maybe we're always like being pointed to because we are all pretty much the same, like just nice and talkative and just awesome in general, most of us. And yeah, if you want to have a read, I have a link in my bio which leads to my Twitter account, and there's a thread explaining in 19 posts what Crypto Monkeys is about, and with a little overview about the different features you could have. And I'm pretty sure the monkeys will explain you everything you want to know and more if you're asking for it. So whatever you need, hit us up. We are happy to explain.
That's so sweet. And okay, so I feel like this is a chance for me to like go off about how awesome soggy apple pie is because we're on the topic, but like soggy has been in my Hunnys server for a pretty long time now, and Soggy's bunny wrangler in our server, which is a mod role, and Soggy is like always doing such great stuff for our community. Like she's always doing so much for me. She's designing these like beautiful things with her honeys, and she's doing little like just like a lot of little designs, or like talking to people, or just bringing like her fashion sense into things. She entered our contest. She entered our emoji contest, and she ended up winning the contest. And she has such like a great spirit, and I am like, you know, she's never been like, oh, Stacy's like, why aren't you like in the Crypto Monkeys server? Like, why aren't you in my server? Like, she's never been like that at all. And like pushy or any, you know, things like that. She just, you know, is soggy, and she just shows her stuff, and she is herself, and I don't know, she's just awesome. And now that we're like talking about this so much, I'm just really connecting the dots of like why Crypto Monkeys is that way, like why it's so community based, and why everyone's so excited and like friends and stuff like that, with like how Soggy's spirit is. That was like a really big tangent about how awesome Soggy apple pie is, but yeah, that's how I feel.
There's always time to talk about that. Soggy is a gift in this community and all communities. It was well said.
100%. I need to like go write in my journal about how much I love Soggy.
That's a very good suggestion. I think that more people should do this more often. To
just talk about Soggy.
The everyday thread. Soggy's awesome. Stacy's awesome. Rut is awesome. Nothing to add until tomorrow. Something like that. She's such a great and fun person, and I think also her personality is a reason for many people to be like attracted to it, to have a look into it, and that's so great and awesome. And I definitely can't wait for like after NFT New York, when she was there, and maybe like new monkeys are entering in hordes. I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I mean, last time Soggy went to an event like this, they did a really cute little Hunnys get together, and it was so great. Like I loved seeing that. So yeah, I'm sure I'm sure you'll see lots of new monkeys around, because how could they not?
Absolutely agreed with you. Looking awesome, by the way. I didn't comment your picture at all, but I really like it. I love the cat. It's reminding me so much of that first Mickey Mouse animation movie when he was on that boat and you saw Carlo the cat the first time. I think it disappeared in a whale or something. It was a bit strange. He was whistling all the time. I remember that.
Yeah, oh, and thank you for the follow, by the way, Pika. It's nice to see you. And we had somebody cheer bits as well, so thank you as well for that. And we had a truth or truth that I missed, so I'm the worst at being a host. I'm very sorry. Let me scroll up and see what this says. Redeem a truth or truth. Okay, what is your question, Crypto Monkeys? Let me know what you want to know, and we will answer your question on stream. The question is, Ghosty is the best, yes or yes? I'm gonna go with yes on that. Hard yes on that.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, thanks for
Don't be so cute.
complimenting the drawing. I don't know if you guys ever watched like the Felix the Cat movie, but I loved that movie when I was growing up. It was like my freaking one of my favorite cartoons. It's such a good movie. So this kind of is reminding me of that, and I like it. He had a big bag which he could just pull anything out of that he like wanted at any time. And I really want that bag cuz cuz it would be very useful for when I'm like craving pie or something.
I just had a quick overview over the chat, and I see Rat is fully assimilated now.
I'm gonna lose Rat for 20 days.
I'm a monkey now. Yeah.
He's gonna be missing.
Sorry, Stasis. This is how it ends with me and Hunnys.
Yeah.
I'm just a monkey now.
We'll have to find a potion to turn you back into a human and then gather all the data you've learned over in this server for We're nearing the completion of this drawing, which is exciting. Our first drawing of the season is almost ready.
I'm so amazed you're so fast. Okay, it's always a question of practice. I know that, but it's still amazing to watch you and see you finishing this like while I'm holding one monologue after the other about a whole another topic. It's so crazy. You're really amazing.
Thank you. I love your monologues, and I'm really happy that you guys like came to join me on this stream because it's much easier to have someone to talk to, and it's so much fun because we always find something fun to talk about, and it's nice to be complimented as an artist because we're all just like, I don't know if this is all artists or just most artists that I've met, but I definitely think we all just like are constantly like, oh, I wish I could be better like this artist. And it's like so hard to just accept things how they are. But I get maybe that's just the human condition in general. Maybe it's not even an artist thing.
I'm not really sure about this because I never feel like really finished. I always like when I pull out a drawing later, I see something that's disturbing me or I'd like to change, which isn't always possible when you're drawing on paper or something. So I am curious if I'm like changing everything I have made for 500 times now because I'm trying to do it digital. So it's always kind of a journey, and it's also part of the journey to be a bit doubting or to find someone who really finds your stuff the coolest in the world. This is always possible. That's the great thing about creating art, that you never know what it brings up in the end, in my opinion. Only my 19 cents.
Yeah, you're totally right. And you never really know, like, you know, there's been, of course, artists that they create something and it really helps me in its own way, you know, like maybe it's the subject matter or maybe it's the style or maybe it's just the feeling that I get with the piece. Maybe it's the community, but something about it changes your life, and it's like such a special thing to share with other humans.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll keep sharing my art, and that way you can keep feeling those things.
I was talking specifically about you. I wasn't gonna say it, but your animal drawings are what get me up in the morning.
They're what tell people that their art is good enough, because I clearly have not even an ounce of artistic talent.
I wouldn't put it exactly like that. I think, yeah, I think everybody's kind of stuff is special in its own way. Like, there's one thing of just having formal technical skills, but to be an artist is not just that. I think there's more spirit to it, and so you're an artist in my book, Rad. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, thanks.
And your animal drawings make me happy, so that's good enough.
I mean, that's all you can really ask for in the end. But as the non-artist of the group, and I don't, for anybody that doesn't know, it's not like I'm an aspiring artist and I just have a confidence problem. I know that I will never be an artist. It's just not something that's in my blood. But not having that ability and being able to look at other people, especially with these Twitch streams, that do have that ability, and just watch something go from nothing to incredible in a short amount of time span. It's like watching somebody create magic, and it's always super fun. And like the fact that these NFT communities are so obviously largely based in artwork, it's like that's one of my favorite things about this space in general. Is just you meet so many super talented people, and just get to learn so much about the process and people's inspirations and their backgrounds and stuff. Like, there's always somebody to be inspired by in this space, and I think that's part of what just keeps everything so exciting.
Yes. Well said. I agree. Which is also why it's so heartbreaking when you see a project that, like, the art is so good and the artist is just an artist. Like, they don't want to do marketing, stupid, shilling bullshit.
Yeah.
And then their project, like, doesn't sell. And you're like, please, everybody, please buy this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there are definitely plenty of people that deserve a lot more recognition than they may have.
Yep. So when's the next All Rats stream?
Monday. We stream Monday and Wednesday.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did a little TKO from Jackbox on the All Rats stream, and Stacy's and a few other lovely Hunnys joined us, and it was a really great time. We always stream every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and usually we'll usually give like one or two updates about what we're working on, but otherwise we just kind of play random games and stuff. And I think we're really digging like the different like Jackbox games and stuff. That's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'll be really curious to see if we get that stream mode thing sorted out, because that would make playing Jackbox on my stream a lot more fun for me. So I want to look into that, because I love the Jackbox games, and then they just didn't work that good on my stream, at least.
Yeah, and they were like just barely working on ours. I don't think we had it set up properly either. But I know that I've followed a Twitch streamer before who has played, and it went seamlessly. So I never saw that setting myself, but I'll take a look.
Clearly, where the problem is basically the moral of the story.
Exactly. We don't quite know what we're doing here at Hunnys or All Rats. I think that's maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I keep bringing that quality everywhere I go, but we'll definitely try again.
No, yeah, my life is perpetually just not knowing what I'm doing and scraping by with only a minor amount of incompetence. So that's how I make it in life, and yeah, that's both of us. Yeah.
Very familiar.
So I do need like chat's help and your guys' help. I added these little sparkles to the bubbles, but like I don't know if I like them or not, and I can't really decide. So I just want other people to do the heavy lifting by deciding. So let me know if you like these little sparkles or if you don't like the little sparkles and you think it's better without them. And then yeah. And then you can move forward knowing that you had a lasting impact on the honey seasons with your decision.
We got Lil Ghosty Bear Pro Sparkle.
Pro Sparkle. Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the fence. I'm wondering. I don't know if it would translate as well, but I'm almost wondering if the sparkle should be over the clean plates, like the clean plate stack, to show like
I
these plates
wanted
are clean.
to say exactly the same. You have like two stacks of plates there, like one is cleaned and one not. So maybe you can decide now how clean her plates are. But I would put the sparkles on the plates too.
Yeah.
Like on that old advertisements when they did it for cleaning stuff and everything was like shiny and blinky afterwards.
Yeah, that's, you know what? Okay, I think you guys are onto something because that's the idea I had too. But then I kind of moved them for a second and I was like, I don't know where to put these. So now I'm like,
I'd maybe put them on the higher how do you call it, staple? I'd put them a bit to the side maybe, so that you can see the whole staple is cleaned already. Sorry. For like having one or two on the left side next to her face and maybe one on the right side, not too much. I don't know. You're the artist. What do I tell you?
No, this helps because remember that thing I said about how I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm just struggling through life? That's like also true here. So your advice is really helpful.
It's kind of funny because I'm always saying I'm like always confused.
Yeah. That's me too. Always confused or dropping something. That's my personality.
Yes, absolutely the same, and breaking keys and doors and
Are you clumsy like me? I love it. Rat, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the stream, but I did get an iPhone today, so
Whoa.
that's pretty big.
That is big. How do you feel?
I feel great. I really like it so far. So I was a little disappointed at the store because they didn't have the white one, and I really wanted the white one, but I didn't really feel like waiting, so I just got the black color, which is really nice too, so it's fine. And then, yeah, it took super long at the store because the guy took out the phone and for some reason it was saying that it was carrier locked, even though it was an AT&T store, and he was so confused and he's like, I've never seen this before, like it won't make your phone work because it says it's carrier locked, but we should not have carrier locked phones in our stock because we are an AT&T. It's so weird. Like it should be locked by AT&T if anything, right? So it took like maybe, I think I was there for like almost 2 hours while he was trying to like get it to work. So I didn't get to use it that much before the stream started, but I'm like really excited to try after. And one thing that I did notice already was that there's this little like to do or like reminder app that comes natively on the phone. And I like it so much because I totally like just constantly have so many little things to remember, and I forget everything, and I don't really have a good way of like keeping track of them. So I'm already super excited about that app, even though that's like a really dorky thing to be excited about.
Yeah, it's like saying like, oh, the phone comes with a calculator too. I can do all my math on there.
It's not because Android doesn't have a notes app, but this app is better. Like you can make different lists.
I know. It is good. There's all kinds of really neat things that you can set up to like automate those kinds of notifications, and you may be surprised at like how many things will just automatically happen like that for you. Like if you're in a conversation, it will like automatically recognize like, oh, are you making plans with somebody? Like, go ahead and set this reminder automatically. Like it'll just pop up in the text messages. It's pretty nice for stuff like that. I hope you like it.
Ghosty Bear is yelling at me in chat. More sparkles. That's pretty sick. I don't think the making plans with people thing one will happen because like that's not something that I do in real life. But maybe like maybe like setting up Zoom calls. That will be a good one.
Yeah.
If you both have a look into Red already saw it. This is so crazy what Soggy wrote there.
Oh, should I read it? I didn't read it. Okay, one sec.
Yeah, please read it. This is so crazy and amazing and wonderful.
So Soggy Apple says, I have said this to my little monkeys over in the server before, but I'll say it here. My experience with NFTs has been creating crypto monkeys, and as a result, I never had the joy of experiencing what it means to collect and do all this stuff in the NFT world as a participant. When I found Hunnys, I found that experience, and it has been so fun. Just hanging out in the community, contributing little things here and there where I can. Enjoy making friendships, not running stuff as a nice change keck face. I loved getting to know so many of you. I love everything about the Hunnys vibe and the community, and I love everything that's happening here, and I love you all, and that's all. Thanks for saying such kind things about me, all the cool things you shared about Crypto Monkeys and Banana. I'm going to replay them forever and ever. Oh, that was so sweet, Soggy. This is such a sappy stream, huh, guys?
Yeah, I really felt a need that you read this now.
Yeah.
On
so we can keep it forever. It'll be on on the recording. That was a good idea. That was a really good idea. That was really sweet, Soggy. We love you lots here at Hunnys. And you're a very big part of the community. A very, very big, important part. So thank you for that. I'm kind of, it's kind of interesting that Soggy just jumped right into being like a creator. Because that's kind of what I did. Like I was making NFTs long before I bought an NFT.
It's so cute. I'm full Soggy to the max. Sogginess in my eyes. Soggy, you are the best. You're so cute and amazing, and we love you so much.
Aww.
That is really funny that was both your experience, because I'm glad you pointed that out, because that is, I would assume that's not the typical experience. I hadn't really thought about it much, but I mean, I certainly purchased a few before I made my own, but it is kind of funny to just like jump in from the creator side if you haven't really spent time experiencing like other communities and see how they do it. It's very impressive.
Well, I'm sure this was even more true for Soggy, but the transition for me between one artist and like generative artist was really like interesting and unique, and I think it like helped me a lot cuz when I started like um I there was like a big group of people that was all kind of going through the same experience of like just getting started on OpenSea and stuff, and we were all learning how to do things together. And then like we got to have this really cool experience of watching other people adopt things that we had started doing like just for our own benefit and watch it grow. And I bet you if we talk to Soggy, she's probably like experienced that kind of thing a lot too. But it's really fun seeing like the inception of something like this, not inception, but like the early days, and it just blows up and how different things become.
I just um I wanted to say that I think one thing about Soggy, it was the first time I ever saw this, that an artist is sharing part of his work for others to work with it. But it is possible. She's cropping the cards so you can use parts of it. For the stacks, she handed out the templates of the stacks so you could put in what you created to get it minted. You saw it earlier on Atomic Hub. All these amazing stuff made by different people. And I think this is also like drawing people to Crypto Monkeys, because you can be part of it if you want to. You just can lurk and talk, or you just don't talk at all. There are everywhere like people who are just lurking in the shadows and listening and reading and stuff. But that you can be involved as much as you want to if you just try to. This makes this community so special, and this also makes Soggy's artwork so special, because it has some kind of consistency that makes it possible for everyone to work with it. This is awesome and really, really great. And I was like same way of happy when I discovered I can have my honey with that transparent background to use it and do stuff with it, and actually be permitted to do some stuff with it. This is really awesome, and it's something that makes you special, both of you.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I love when people do stuff with the Hunnys base. We've had a couple kind of contests where we just give the blank base and people draw their own honey, and they always turn out so cool. That's one of my favorite things. But what you were saying made me really curious, actually. I'm going to have to ask Soggy now what she thinks about the new trend in Ethereum-based projects where they are releasing things for free and trying to build up the community instead of selling them. Because, she was obviously doing that like way before it became a trend now. And I wonder, I just wonder what she thinks about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Would be very interesting, because she's very unique in the way, as you said, she just jumped in as a creator, and it never was like I'm doing it for myself or for being as fast as possible, as rich as possible, like we've spoken earlier. And this is so great that over all that time, this could be preserved and grow and evolve to something even more amazing because of more people getting involved. This is so cool, and I think it's maybe something others could use a bit of the spirit of Soggy and her project. And so, yeah, I'm curious what she's thinking about this recent development too, actually. But I'm also curious what Red is thinking, if I'm allowed to say this.
No, Rat's not allowed to talk unless I. No, I'm just kidding, Rat. What do you think about it all?
I don't know. I don't participate in too many mints. So I'm not often there at the mint stage in general. Like if I pick something up, I'm usually picking it up at a later point. My experience might be a little bit different, given that when I first really became an NFT creator back in August, I was doing it on Polygon, and so All Rats is on Polygon, and there were already like free mints was a fairly common thing. All Rats was not a free mint, but we had plenty of people in our community that were already doing free mints. There's a project called Elegant Elephant Society. One of the team members from there is really awesome Hunnys collector and supporter, and they're always sharing some really cool stuff. But they built this project called Elegant Elephant Society, and it's funny because they were like, I don't know, they ended up being like 6 months ahead of the current trend, where it's just like they spent months and months and months and months building a following and building a lot of excitement around their brand before they even minted. And when they finally went to mint, I think they had like 7,500, and it was a free mint, but even still it sold out, it was like 10 hours or so, and they became really strong for it, and they've had a very loyal and strong following ever since. So for me, like, seeing this as a trend, it's just kind of funny to me because it's like I had always kind of seen it around, but it's clearly growing in popularity right now. I think if you do it right and I think it's just like anything else. Like if you're doing it for the right reasons and you're showing your intentions from the beginning, we're looking to build a community, we're looking to build a brand, we're not looking to take shortcuts, we're looking to do this the right way, and you're just using the free mint as a means of growing that community and not trying to do like a little pump and dump action or something nefarious. I think it's a fine strategy. I see nothing wrong with it. So I don't know, it's just funny that I think it's more funny overall just seeing the different trends that the NFT space goes in and the short attention span that people have on like what's hot or not, because that's just, what people are chasing, I guess. So it's just kind of funny to me that that's like the in thing right now.
Do you think that this is happening mainly because of Goblin Town and this success that they had?
I don't know if I know enough to speculate on that. I think it certainly helped, but like, I don't know. To me, that the Goblin Town thing is kind of fascinating only because it kind of proves to people that like there's always going to be money somewhere, like regardless of what the project is. Like that project got released when like we were like really getting into like the depths of the market crash, and like a lot of people had soured on NFTs and stuff, and so I thought it was fun that they were able to show like I don't know, that culture can still survive for better or worse. I don't know that kind of thing is like a good thing that's around, but I don't know. I thought the Goblin Town thing was interesting, but I feel like anybody that was planning on doing a free mint, if they were looking to do that already, then they probably would have been doing that well before Goblin Town was even a thing. I think if people come in and try to replicate that to be another Goblin Town, I think they're in for a very disappointing venture, because that's the kind of thing that really is only going to happen once or twice maybe, and then people move on to the next meme.
It's hilarious watching these things, to me, like, cycle over and over again. Like, I remember being around when Ghosts was like nobody knew who Ghosts was, and then Ghosts blew up, and then everything was like the same art style as Ghosts for like a long time, and then it like went away. And
Yep.
everyone was putting like random letters in their names, and it's just like, it's happened so many times over and over again since I started
many
NFTs. It's like so funny.
Like same thing happened if you remember Loot. Do you remember the Loot project?
Yes.
Where it was just like, yeah, and it's like so many different, like, that was the peak of, from my memory, that was the peak of like, oh, you can pretty much put out anything and people are going to buy it. Like,
Yeah.
because that was the same time that like Ether Rocks were selling for like $1 million, and that was like, I think it was an important thing to happen, because it kind of showed that certain things were possible. But yeah, like once Loot came out, it was like, oh, you had 12 different derivatives of Loot that were trying to take off, and the effort that went into some of the projects was very lackluster, because people were kind of just realizing like, oh, I can pretty much put anything up, and there's a market for it somewhere. So, but, you know, clearly not sustainable.
Yeah, yes, I agree. I remember this time very well. It was interesting. It's been interesting too from a psychological standpoint, watching the effects it's had on like people, because I think a lot of people like kind of just like saw that, and they kind of decided late to like do their own thing, and now they're like approaching it from a mental standpoint of like, they were for sure gonna make like a ton of money, and now they're just like, oh, what do I, like, do I even finish this? Do I even care? And it's just like a mental struggle. So I feel for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's like, because it's like, you know, if you think about the term like a rug pull or something, like, we all know what a rug pull is, and, you know, there are definitely people that will try to launch something, you know, make a bunch of money, and then they dip out. But like, I also think that there is that other category of rug pull, kind of like what you're talking, which is like, you might go into it, yeah, with the intention of making a bunch of money, and like, so you're not going into it for the best reason up front, but people just like hit a point where they're like, oh, I actually have to work at this. I don't know how to build a business. And so it's like a slow rug pull kind of thing, where it's like, I don't think that people intended to do that at the beginning. They didn't go into it with malicious intent. It's just kind of like, well, now what do I do? I don't want to put in all this work to make money. I just wanted to make a bunch of money. I've been involved in or observed a number of different projects, especially when we were getting started with All Rats, where it's like, it was a very exciting time to build. Shortly after you launched Hunnys 10K, and it's like, there are a lot of people excited, and I'm sure that 60 to 70% of the projects that we were talking to when we started just no longer exist, just because they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I watched a lot of people drop out, and like what I kind of really wanted to show people is like, because when I started doing my generative, it was a time when a lot of big companies or big like, you know, big brands were entering this space, and that was kind of like the first time that really happened in my experience. And a lot of people were like, oh, like I can't really compete with somebody who's got like a 15-person team and like a marketing budget. And but like the cool thing that I saw, and I think you saw too, was like people like us that were just like, okay, I'm an artist, or I'm a like designer, I'm a coder, or whatever, and I just want to do this. And it all started for me with me like, you know, talking to Syncos, our developer, and he knew somebody I knew, and I was like, do you want to just like do a project? And we were like, okay. And and like, you know, we the expectations were different, right? Because like we're not like Boss Beauties. Like they have a big team and they have these, you know, connections, and it's
Right.
very, very corporate. And but like people like me, I think, can do it, and they should do it if they want to, that's like a medium that they think would be cool to distribute their art, because you can still do a lot of things even if you don't have that, and you can still make it worthwhile. So I don't know why I start
Absolutely.
saying what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm just going on and on.
No. No, I mean, I think it's the reason that like, you know, the three of us on this call get along so well, where it's like we all, like all three of our communities are kind of all rooted in similar values, and we enjoy the process and enjoy the build, you know, more so than just like, hey, I want to try this and see if it works out, and I think I'm going to get rich, and if I don't, then I'm out. So yeah, it's funny for sure, and I don't know. I think it's the reason that certain brands are still here and still putting stuff out every day, and others are not.
It's pretty easy to tell if you give it a little time. Yep. Well, this has been a really great stream. I've really enjoyed talking to you both. I've really enjoyed hanging out with everyone. I think I'm ready to close this one up. We're done the drawing. I'm gonna lose my voice soon because I don't talk to people in my normal day-to-day life. So, so I think we'll wrap it up here. We'll say goodnight, and we'll see you guys all on the next stream. And yeah, maybe I should do this more often because this was pretty fun doing it like this.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me here like forever. Thank you, Rod, for telling everything. It was so interesting.
Well, Ghost, you're very kind, and I'm so glad that you were on the call as well. And I agree that this was super fun. Nicely done, Stacey's. It looks beautiful.
Thank you, and you're welcome back
Thank you.
anytime, Ghost. Not you, Rat.
Thank
You're.
you.
Just kidding.
I'm a monkey now. I'll be on the next Monkeys Twitch stream.
Yay.
I love it. Okay, well, bye everyone. Please have a great day, and we'll see you all on Discord. Bye, cupcakes.
See you, everybody.